Hello Internet, welcome to part 4 of our Project Balmoral restoration. We're now at the end of the 4th week of this build, and as you can see, the vehicle's starting to take shape nicely. In the last video, we had just got through with fitting the tub and the seat box and getting the sort of back half of the wiring done. In the last week, obviously we've kicked on quite a bit since then and started to assemble the body, get the internal wiring for the interior lights sorted, get the soundproofing in the roof, head linings, window trims, starting to get the windows installed, and then in the centre, or sort of front area of the cabin, again, fully soundproofed through there now, carpets are going in, and wiring looms for heated seats and the centre audio system. So let's have a look around. One of the first jobs this week was to sort of start getting the body panels assembled so that we could get the sides, the roof on, and then the main bit of that was to get our carcass in place so we could start to hang the doors and get them all aligned up properly prior to paint. So that can be quite a tricky job, especially when you've got a new bulkhead and new doors. So we've spent a day or two getting all the panels fit and then adjusting everything to make sure we've got good door gaps all the way around. That's all been done now, doors are fitting nicely and they're all off in paint. One of the trickiest bits about getting the door aligned and the bulkhead aligned is obviously everything's been blown apart, everything's going back together, and you've got a mixture of new panels and original panels. And then when you're refitting it, trying to get all the door jambs straight and even, sort of adjusting the shims to suit on the bottom of the bulkhead, and working your way back through to make sure you've got your tub aligned right, running a string line so your lines are all correct. So it can be quite an involved process, and to get the door gaps correct can take quite a considerable amount of time. So another job that's been done this week is to really start getting into this front cabin area. So in the last video we had just installed all the panels, so we had the seat box in, the floor panels in, and then this week we've gone through, got them all soundproofed, and then we've started to carpet the seat box, get that all put in nicely. And then while we've got the dash out, and it's much easier, run the wiring looms for the heated seats, and then also the wiring up into the centre cubby box, which will house the Marshall speakers and some USB charging ports. One of the other jobs that was kind of worthwhile doing while we were hanging the doors was to install the spare wheel carrier. Obviously, whilst the doors aren't painted and everything, there's a lot less risk of scratching the panels. So once we had all the doors hung up and in place, we then fitted this lovely galvanised spare wheel carrier from Ep4, and once the door comes back from paint, we'll fit this in its final place and should be good to go. Once we had the sides on, the roof on, and we were happy with all the door gaps, and we'd sort of done as much as we could in the front cabin of the vehicle, we then turned our attention to the rear of the vehicle. So the first bit we did with that was getting the centre bulkhead carpeted and then the sort of top side of the seat box carpeted, so that when we have our rubber mat in here and our wood bench seats, that all looks really premium. And then we set about soundproofing the inside of the window panels, and soundproofing the roof. Once we got that done, we moved on to sort of the interior wiring and started running the wiring harnesses for the interior lights. Wiring the interior lights can sometimes be a bit of a tricky job. We were fortunate that the factory wiring loom, which controls the front switches and provides the power up to the lights, was working. So that made our life a bit easier. So we run 2 new looms up to the interior lights and then new earth switches, so they're all now working properly on the door strikers. Fiddly job, but a really satisfying one to get done because it's very nice to have a Land Rover where the interior lights work properly on the door switches. Once we had the wiring looms all sorted for the interior lights, it was then appropriate to go ahead and start fitting the headliner. So we've got this lovely, really rich coffee brown headliner from Mazai 4x4, which we've gone up and installed. Again, all been soundproofed up in above that, and then we've fitted the interior lights into that headlining. We've just got to go around now and get the fit perfect, and then once we're done, get the little brown fabric covers to put on all the fir tree clips so that they disappear and it all looks really neat and tidy. Also on the theme of chocolate brown, we've gone for matching window trims. So on this passenger side, we've fitted the new window. That's actually from Mazai 4x4. They make a really nice sliding window. Green tint glass for this one because That's going to give that really classic look and fit in with the green paint, and then the nice chocolate brown window trims to match. Whilst Grant and I have been cracking on with some of the more interior elements of the vehicle, Paul, one of our mechanics, has been making good progress building new brake lines. The original ones on this vehicle were not in good shape, so it's having all new brake lines from the front, back, axles, everything, all being done in nickel, so hopefully they'll stay looking lovely for a long time. As you can see, they're starting to look quite pretty. And then one of the final bits that we've been getting on with this week is getting the Sapele hardwood bench seats prepped. So Bernard yesterday spent quite a bit of time getting these all sanded down and prepped. They've just had their first coat of Osmo oil, which is sort of like a clear sealant, UV protected, water resistant, so they'll be really hard wearing. They'll need a few more coats before they go into the vehicle, but they're starting to look really nice now. That's a wrap on week 4 of this build. Been a very good week, lots of progress made. Next week, we're hoping to get the majority of this truck finished, so when you join us in the next video, we should have a complete Project Balmoral. So don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video.